This is going to take a look at getting started painting in Blender, deleting the basic cube, importing a model that was already UV'd in Maya. There's the model. To get started with Blender, remember that the middle mouse button, pressing it in, will orbit. Holding down the shift and middle mouse button will pan. And to zoom in and zoom out, you can use the wheel on your mouse or the control key and the middle mouse button to zoom in and zoom out. I'm just positioning the model. Its pivot points here, and that's going to be important for doing reflective mirroring the brush. Go to your materials. You could create a new material. I'm just going to use the base material because this is just a quick start on painting on an object. Go to the base color. Click the input node right there. Click and hold down and connect it to an image texture. Click on the word new. This is where the brush strokes will be stored in a new image. Give this image a name. It's going to be called color. Width and height, if you want to do refined detail, make sure it's bigger than 1024 by 1024, but 1024 by 1024 is a good place to start. Include alpha. Click OK. Switch to the texturing view right here. Zoom on into your character or whatever object you're painting. And you can begin painting on it. A few more little things to go over. Here's the paint bucket tool. And click here, and that fills this color onto the whole object. Go back to the paintbrush. Pick a new color. Right now, if you paint, it's only on one side. Hit undo, Control Z or Command Z. Let me pull this out a little bit. Clicking along the x-axis, this will mirror. Go up to the butterfly icon, click the X, and that will mirror along the X, mirror along XY, and why not XYZ? To undo those. So just along the X-axis. To control the brush size, press the F key, and then drag left and right. That's the brush size. Smaller brush, big brush. Undo that. The brush strength is controlled by pressing Shift F and then dragging left and right. Down to 0, which means no strength, to 100% strength. Set the value to what you need. You also could set it up here. Radius of the brush and the strength. Pressing the F key, making my brush smaller. And then you can layer up the paint strokes. So this was the very brief introduction to painting in Blender. You can change up the color as you need. When you're all done, make sure you save the file. Go up here. The word image has an asterisk next to it, and that means the file isn't saved yet. So click that word and click on Save. I'm calling this color 2. If you don't save your file when you reopen Blender, when you export, you're going to be very disappointed. None of your wonderful artwork be on your model. Going back to layout, and this is the base character. To see your brush strokes, click this icon, Viewport Shading. Now, if for some reason your mirroring isn't working properly because the pivot point's off from the center, the way to fix that is go to Edit Mode. Select a point to mirror around, such as here. Then press Shift S and go to the 6 o'clock position, cursor to selected. And that moves the 3D cursor to that point you just selected. Jump back to the object mode and go to Object, Set Origin, pick Origin to 3D Cursor. And that will fix any mirroring issues when you're brushing. And that's true for many other operations with Blender. Hope you enjoyed this very brief introduction to painting. Paint on your objects and have some fun.